Hello, everyone. Welcome to the King of Anime podcast, the only podcast where we talk about kings and anime. I don't think there's another podcast that's like that.
Not that I know of.
Today, we are covering many anime. And when I say many anime, I mean Carole and Tuesday and Madoka Magica. We got a short show this week, probably because there's not a lot of shows that aired, and we've killed most of them.
We're terrible people.
Sad face. Co-hosts, introduce yourself.
It is me, the hot and fiery, also good and spicy, everything animated.
And?
Just me, I guess.
Satsuki's dead.
Okay. Hello guys, I'm Sasuke the Savage. Yeah, it was exhausting getting through these two anime, but we're here.
Did you procrastinate again?
I actually watched Carole and Tuesday on a Thursday, and I watched Madoka Magica today. So, 50-50.
I watched all of them today.
Me too.
Because I was like, hey, why not? It's just two anime. It's going to be easy to put together. So, yeah, why not? The thing that took the most time, though, is the graphics that you're seeing. The sexy graphics provided by Fourth Guy. Thanks, Fourth Guy, for providing those graphics. We greatly appreciate it. So if you enjoy them or hate them, tell Fourth Guy he's doing a good and bad job.
Yeah, blame him.
Astro says the two anime you're talking about aren't even on the background. Carole and Tuesday's on there. So, yeah.
Suck it.
Yeah! So, guys want to talk about Carole and Tuesday.
God, if we have to, this is so much hard work, man.
Let's go.
Carole and Tuesday. Episode 21. You know what's surprising about this is we're on episode 21. And
That is crazy.
we're only on episode 21. What? I feel like this show, for one, it feels like we've only gotten through 12 episodes. And two, it feels like there's still so much more.
I definitely see what you're saying with that. I feel like some of the episodic, like when we had that stretch of episodes, and I think we didn't cover some of them, but there were a stretch of episodes that kind of dragged down Carole and Tuesday a little bit, in my opinion. But I felt like some of those were unnecessary. Like, for example, like the one episode where Artagun was kind of depressed. I mean, you know, you can kind of relate that to real life, but I didn't think that was super necessary to the current plot of Carole and Tuesday, because it really didn't affect them in the slightest.
Right. I think for a while there, we were so excited for this show. And I think when those middle episodes hit, it was like, okay, it's still a 24 episode show. There's still going to be some moments that are not gonna, I mean, they were good episodes, but like, you know, just like in every other 24 episode anime we've ever covered on this show, it's not always perfect, and you gotta stick through them sometimes. Carole and Tuesday is no different, but Carole and Tuesday episode 21, it's too late. The girls set on writing the final song for their album. As they're searching for inspiration, Carole goes to meet with Ezekiel, Amar. After her visit, Ezekiel films a music video confessing his love to her? ? This inspires the final song on Carole and Tuesday's album, and as a surprise at the Grammys, they will be performing with Crystal. All the while, Valerie is planning to control Mars's culture, and Angela loses her grip with reality by downing tons of drugs and destroying herself.
It was aspirin.
Same difference. Oh, as Arizona says the state, I guess. So, do you believe Carole is being paired with Amar and Tuesday with Roddy, or still Yuri bait? I think it's more possibly the first thing rather than Yuri. I don't think they're going Yuri.
They're gonna scissor.
I go with the third option, the asexual route.
They're just gonna die alone.
Yep.
Well, they technically wouldn't die alone. They still have each other.
Yeah.
It's just platonic.
This is true.
I definitely think for sure. I saw the hashtags on Twitter. Roddy is apparently a very when
Roddy
you
is
type
a
in
hottie?
hashtag maybe when you type in hashtag Carole and Tuesday, Roddy comes up. So I assume that's been one of the things recently is Roddy X Tuesday. I'm sorry, Roddy Cross Tuesday.
Roddy Ex Machina.
I don't know. So what did you guys think about this episode? I thought this was a pretty good one.
It was nice. It was entertaining. I like how he convinced what's his name? Amore? Sotomar? Or what's his name? Amore. That's Amore. He convinced the guards to film and edit his video while he was rapping and freestyling in jail. Those are some really nice guards. It's like, you did something illegal, but hey, I'll film you, man. Yeah, totally.
How did they get that good of audio?
Yeah, I know. It didn't sound muffled or like far away at all. It was almost like it was done in a studio or something. That's crazy, but
I don't know.
That part made me laugh.
Maybe the prisons are very good places to record music now, and also the cameras are like have really good mics.
So I guess I was right about last week how Angela's mother is not really her mother.
Yeah, seems like you're right.
Yeah, I called it because she was like saying that in a fit of rage. I raised you this, I did it, and then she died. She's still dead. She's on life support, as you can tell. It's.
I think she'll survive.
Nah. She's gonna die.
You could call that one as well.
Tao is pulling the plug. He's gonna come over and you know what it is? He's gonna put a pillow over his face, her face. Could have been I don't know. And then
I should be
all of a sudden just be like, go to sleep, don't wake up.
QRW6 says the most infuriating thing ever. Watch the latest episode of Fire Force to see Tamaki put on an apron while losing all of her clothes.
I seen a screenshot of it.
I mean, I'm glad that we. I mean, it kills me that we're not seeing that show anymore.
Does it though?
It hurts. It hurts.
It hurts so bad. I mean, she's like, "Oh, look at me! I got an apron." Yeah. We can never get rid of Fire Force. We're still talking about it while we're talking about Carole and Tuesday. But overall, the show was fun. It was nice. We got a couple of new songs that were nice. We're still reminded. I'm sorry. What did Astro say?
He said he's glad he dropped Fire Force. So
yeah.
QRW6 said he watched it, so we don't have to.
Thank you.
The hero that we need.
You are the hero that we need, QRW6. But yeah, what more can I say other than it was a miracle?
Oh.
It was a miracle. For the if you didn't understand what it was for the 21st time, or for the first time, you now know it for the 21st time that it was a miracle, and it's probably coming up really soon. If I'm good,
Someone
you know what
has to do an abridged of this, and every time they do that opening, the guy gets more infuriated.
Yes, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be the one to do it.
By the time like the last episode rolls around, he doesn't even say it. You just hear the instrumental. You just hear yelling in the background.
You just hear, "Ah, where's my bourbon? You want to fucking die? You know what it is, Carole and Tuesday. They're doing their shit, and it's all great. Give me my shotgun.
We haven't talked much about this episode. So,
Well, as far as the episode went, I think the pacing has kind of I don't want to say it just like went to a halt, but it pretty much in this episode all we did was I think the most progression we got was with Angela, in my opinion, because with Carole and Tuesday, we knew they were going to the Grammys since last episode, but all we did in this episode was they wrote a new song, and then Crystal showed up. So, like how you introduced this episode, it feels like we have a lot more to go through with Carole and Tuesday. But when you look at it, you're like, damn, we're on episode what is it now?
21.
21. It feels very weird, and I'm kind of scared how this show might end if it continues at this pace, because I do think it needs to speed up a little.
Yeah, it felt like par for the course as far as Carole and Tuesday's whole arc. I think there was some interesting stuff in this for Carole. The whole Carole and Ezekiel thing, where I assume he confesses his love through music, because at one point he says in the song, I actually don't even remember, but basically he says he's struck by love in reference to Carole. So I thought that was pretty interesting. And the way Carole wasn't really surprised about it, she wasn't really blushing. Tuesday was more surprised about it, I think. Which what do you think about? What do you guys think about that?
If I were Carole, I would have been like, why didn't you confess to me when we were talking? Why through a song? I mean, I get it though, because it's more, artistic.
It's
I guess
romantic.
in a sense. Yeah, but it's like, when they were together, he was kind of cold to her, even though I get it because he changed so much from when they were children. He was trying to make that clear that things aren't the same. But then he goes in the song. It's like, you're not living your raps. Like, you should have confessed to me while we were talking. Actually, they talked 3 times, not was it 3?
At least 2.
Maybe not. Or, no, it was 3, because it was the first time that she seen him, and he walked away. Then the second time when she was skateboarding, and the third time with the visit in jail.
Yeah. Definitely, probably should have done it in person. But I guess maybe from his perspective, maybe he doesn't have any desires to revisit that. The time has passed.
Maybe so.
He's being deported. There's no point in maybe weighing her down in that sense. But that kind of inspires the final song on their album, which their producer says
Rick Rubin loved it.
Rick Rubin he says before, like initially in the beginning of the episode, he says once you're done, like in reference to recording the song, die, then come back to life. It's like, that is such that is a good way to put it. Like, put your all into it, but that is like a really dramatic and over the top way, and I love it.
Die and then come back to life like the Phoenix.
But yes, what did you guys think about this final song?
It was nice. It was a nice little. I mean, I don't think I hate any of Carole and Tuesday's songs. I think they're very sweet and very nice. And yeah, when the whole album drops, I can't wait to to hear them all in sequential order.
I think the first one's already came out.
Oh, did it? I'm late.
Arizona says, also plot hole, wouldn't Carole get caught if she visited Amer in an ICE prison?
Because she's also an illegal. Is that what he means?
I don't think so. I don't think Carole has that issue.
Oh, I don't know. maybe not. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention to that.
Maybe. Who
Pretty
knows?
sure she didn't get here illegally because, um, yeah, she was given up to a adoption. So I mean, I don't know how exactly how the thing is or how it's working in Carole and Tuesday, but we can't really base like real life to Carole and Tuesday because for one, it's an anime, and
Uh
second,
huh.
where it's like futuristic and we're on Mars, so it's like a lot of different rules apply. I'm pretty sure.
Uh huh.
Um,
God damn it, Astro.
Angela has a little bit of a I don't know, almost a mental breakdown in this episode.
She's fine.
She's okay. Walk it off.
She's just taking aspirin. You know, it's been a long day for her. She's gonna go to sleep. She was just texting, "Help me to towel." She was just saying, you know what? She was flirting. She was saying, "Come over and help." You know what I'm saying?
Well, after after Angela realizes that her mother isn't really her mother, she kind of starts questioning a lot of things, and because of that, she starts to panic, and she starts to take these drugs, which seems to cause her to lose grip on her reality. And she starts seeing things, and this is kind of a similar thing we saw with oh god, what's that girl that was Gus's old flame?
Violet, Velvet,
Velvet,
Vicky,
Vicky,
Vila.
Velvet, Velvet Vicky.
I think it starts with a V.
Maybe
Vivacious.
somebody will know in the live chat, but it's very similar, reminiscent to that in a way. Um, but also, the whole thing about Angela as well. It may have all been kind of a like I think Tao said Angela would be a puppet in the beginning, and so far, I think he's using her as some political tool. Am I wrong in saying that?
I
Tao?
mean, I don't want to say Tao is. I thought he was against all
Well,
that or
Tao
something.
at some point in this series says something about Schwartz leaving a surprise. Does Tao have something? Like, is something going on with this political race or whatever?
I think he was trying to, or the Swartz guy was trying to recruit him because of his talent, but
Yeah, he
he
said
said,
no.
yeah, he said himself the only thing he's interested in is trying to basically recreate human emotions and his AIs and whatnot. I think that's the only thing he has interest in. That's kind of why his relationship with Angela in particular is kind of interesting because when he saved her from a stalker, for example, that was like it's kind of like he was exhibiting some human emotions because like from episode one he was just like robotic, really stoic. So I definitely think he is going to help Angela in the end, but I really don't like the whole political stuff just because I don't think it meshes well with everything else in the series. It sort of
I
kind of
agree.
does. Like with the Ezekiel stuff, I get that. That
Mhm.
makes sense. But I don't think Carole and Tuesday have anything to do with it other than Tuesday's actual relationship with her mother. That's about it.
Yeah, yeah. I was noticing that too. I'm like, I hope this doesn't become a political thing where at the end it's going to be staring you in the face and it's going to be a message, and you're like, no, this is about girls singing songs. This is not about politics. And I know it's out there, but I don't want it in here.
Uh, couple small character moments. We learned that Tuesday for Christmas got a credit card.
Hey,
And
that's a great gift.
it's, it's an interesting gift to give a child. Carol didn't get anything
Oh,
because she was an orphan,
no.
and it was very sad. Uh, So we have the scene where they go by a tree as well before this scene, which showed off Roddy a little bit, his character,
Showed him off.
and a little bit showed also Tuesday kind of away from Carole again, which is kind of rare, very refreshing. Or Tuesday.
Yeah.
What did I say? Did I say it right? I don't even know. Doesn't matter. You guys know what
You said Carole away from Tuesday.
But, whatever.
But you were right. Stop second guessing yourself.
I was right either way. Doesn't matter.
You know what? See, you're always right.
I don't know if that's true.
Shh.
I
Don't speak.
I don't. People, the internet will tell you differently, my friend.
I'm putting my finger on your mouth. Shh.
Especially last week.
Don't speak.
Let's not even talk about that.
Wait, what happened last week?
I'm assuming Fire Force stuff.
Oh yeah, Fire Force. Burn it down. You heard it?
Yeah.
Burn it down. Yeah, you know how it goes.
Speaking of burning it down, what are we gonna give this? I'm killing it. I'm just kidding.
Well, I'm killing it too. That's 2 against 1. It's gone, baby.
Well,
We were fooling you all along. We were just waiting to
Yeah.
kill it in episode 21.
Yeah, and now there's nothing for us to watch except Madoka and Vinland Saga.
It's what we wanted all along. No, I'm
F's in
passing.
the chat.
It's great.
F's in the chat. Oh, okay.
F's in the chat for this terrible joke. So what are you guys giving this?
Of course, I'm passing it.
yeah, I'm passing it as well.
No one said this episode of King of Anime Podcast would be fun or interesting or anything but boring. Apologies. Where can they find you all? EA?
Oh shit, my mouth was full. You can find me. Hold on.
My God.
Okay, I'm better. Yeah, you can find me on the Twitters. I usually just like stuff now and retweet. I don't really post stuff like, look at me, I'm eating a sandwich. Does anybody ever do that anymore? Post pictures of them eating food? I remember that was a thing back in the day. I swear nobody posts about that anymore. Everything's about threatening each other. Anyway, I'm on there. I do the stuff, but I'm also on the YouTubes. I do the stuff there too. It's been a minute. I'm almost at 200 subscribers, y'all.
Nice.
So if any of you want to come over and send me the 200, I will be glad, and I'll be higher than a freaking kite. You know what I'm saying?
Come on over, Rover, and let EA take over. It's a Jimi Hendrix reference. All right, Satsuki the Savage, where can they find you?
Yeah, you can find me on the Twitters, also the YouTubes. I don't know what I'm going to do as far as next video. Of course, the standard unordinary videos that's going to come out. Oh, quintessential, quintuplets, quintuplets, because I still can't say that. But I definitely want to do a video on that because that's been a fun read, and I've been liking the characters. So I'll talk about the girls.
Girls. Wonderful.
You
Who
know
doesn't-
I really want is girls. What? That wasn't a shit.
On the
Probably.
SeaTactics, you can find me at these places you're looking at on the screen right now, and that's also what I talk about. All right. Nakama Club. Okay, everything's wrong. Okay, everything is wrong. Nakama Club. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Nakama Club. This week we're talking about Madoka Magica, episode 5. Guys, we're already on episode 5 of Madoka Magica. What the hell?
Yep, almost halfway there.
That's insane. That's insane. Of course, there is a movie, which we probably won't talk about, because Satsuki doesn't like movies. That's okay.
Yeah, I have a great vendetta against movies.
It's alright. I should probably bring the chat back up. For some reason, it wasn't up. Madoka Magica episode 5. No one said this episode of the KOA podcast would be interesting. There's no way I'll ever regret it. Sayaka says she'll never regret her wish to save Kosuke. Homura reassures Monica that she will look after her, but must stress that she shouldn't give up everything for one wish. We are then introduced to Kyoko, who seems to be the opposite of Sayaka in some ways, and fights for herself rather than for other people. Also, Kyoko is Lancer from Fate, Changed My Mind.
Spare hero.
I can't fight you on that.
Kyoko is great. You were right, Satsuki. Kyoko is an old man.
Yeah, those are the qualities I look at when I look at characters.
Is it old man?
Toru,
but also young
yeah.
girl.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, why not old girl?
Hey, there you go. EA brings up a point. Why not an old girl?
Next question.
I just ate something really spicy.
So at the beginning of this episode, Sayaka and Monica are talking to Hitomi, and Hitomi is talking about everything that happened, and they're still keeping up this facade with Hitomi, of course. But it's a nice bit of continuity. It shows that they care about the story they're writing, unlike Fire Force. I'm not beyond stuff.
Yamate.
So I guess really the big scene in this is Homura talking to Madoka in the cafe about what Sayaka did, which is Sayaka. This whole thing really is showing really her thought process of doing it, and the immediate reaction around Kosuke being healed, being able to play, and Homura stresses that it's not okay to give up everything to this idea of being a magical girl just for one wish. What did you guys think about this scene?
Well, first of all, let me just say the scene itself had a lot of very interesting editing choices. A lot of cuts, a lot of head tilts. They had an extreme close-up of Homura opening up the lid as you see the sweat coming off of the lid itself. And I don't even think she drank her damn tea. Like, she was about to, and then she gets up and walks out. And it's like, you're not even going to drink that. You paid for it. What are you doing? But, yeah, that whole scene had a lot of interesting edits, a lot of interesting cuts, and one of the most detailed lid opening scenes I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, Shaft does those, because it was interesting because the first time I watched this series and I seen those cuts, the first thing it reminded me of was Bakemonogatari, and I didn't know anything. I didn't know they were done by the same studio at that time, and I was like, is there a connection? I thought like maybe the directors were the same, but no, it's just the same studio. So, because like, you know, Bakemonogatari has the same like weird close-ups. It just like the cuts come out of nowhere. You're like, wait, this doesn't really match up with them talking. But it's just like a artsy thing. I kind of like it, but it can be weird sometimes.
I didn't like it as much in Bakemonogatari or Fate X Stella, but I like it here. I think it outstays its welcome at some point with Shaft, because it's every single thing they do. It's always super artsy and like it looks beautiful. Don't get me wrong. Shaft, like, they do really good with details. But some of their choices, they do it too much a lot. And for Madoka, I haven't felt fatigued by their use of camera angles and oversaturation of colors and shadows, and it it feels good in this. It makes sense.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Um,
But as for the talk, I definitely feel what Homoro was saying because with the wish that Sayaka made, we already talked about it last episode, but it it's a wish that she isn't going to enjoy for herself. So it's kind of like you just get that initial burst of joy with which she got with Kyosuke with the whole rooftop scene when he started playing. But you know, down the line, is that something she's going to still feel like it was worth it? Is she still? And actually, I gotta criticize her with just a little bit. She wished for his hands to come back, but not his whole body. She could have just said heal him up completely because he was still in a wheelchair. So, that could have been an option. But
Yeah, but
nah.
but why make him fully happy?
just the hands are enough. You only get one thing, one miracle at a time.
Yeah, you only get your hands. Just be grateful you only have your hands.
But yeah, it's just when mommy talked about it too. Is you have to be selfish with these wishes because sure, wishing making a wish for others is cool and whatnot, but why are you doing it? Like, is it just to get their gratification, or are you trying to like actually help them? Which I think that's an answer that Sayaka is going to have to figure out.
Speaking of the wishes, I know later on, like, what the hell is the bunny's name? Bunny
Cube.
thing, Cube, thank you, said that the reason for Sayaka's powers is because of her wish.
Yeah, she
And
Yeah.
healed. She wished for Kosuke's hands to be healed, which means she can heal faster. Which I have that down as a note, and I think that's highly interesting. But before that, just a little small thing. Homura tells Madoka to forget about Sayaka, and I want to talk about that a little bit because I think Homura, her, her, she's in the right head zone here, but I think that Madoka, Sayaka, and the others, well, not mommy anymore. I think the way there's a certain way she's going about it, which I think makes Madoka and Sayaka a little apprehensive to what she's saying sometimes. Like I think maybe it comes a little, she comes off too abrasive at times for them, and I don't think they're able to fully grasp what Homura is saying sometimes. And I also think because of her maybe serious tone and attitude and her demeanor, I think it's hard for them to notice when Homura is being incredibly serious. Because I think she is actually, I think Homura is saying to Madoka to forget, just simply forget about Sayaka. I think she's being 1000% serious as you can get. And I don't think Madoka is taking it as seriously maybe as she should be.
Yeah. They haven't been heeding her warnings, as you said, because Homura's approach so far has been to just kind of like drill that information into them instead of trying to befriend them and ease it in, like ease the information to them. Kind of like how, like that's why they respect mommy so much, because mommy was a friend first before this. I guess you can say like I wouldn't say mentor, but advisor. Yeah, I think that's better because mommy gave them advice that they took to heart because she was more friendly. But Homura is just really cold. So, and I will say though, there is a reason why she talks to them that way. That's all I'll say.
All right. So yes, now moving on to the Kyoko scene, where she's finally introduced Satsuki. You've been waiting for her.
Yes.
Talk about it.
I love Kyoko. This was one of my favorite fights in Madoka Magica. And I love the weapon that she uses. I don't know if there's a specific name for it, but I just call it like a snake spear because it has the chains, it can break apart, can reform. It's really cool. Um got, if you guys don't know, people watching, I love asshole characters a lot of the times. Characters who are very blunt and who are kind of like indifferent or just standoffish towards other characters. That's what Kyoko is. She in the last episode, she when she found out mommy died and this territory was freed up, but it was now being occupied by a rookie. She took the opportunity and said, "Okay, I'm going to go over there and beat her ass and take the territory." Not beat her ass, kill her, because that was the aim. Um, but she's also very selfish too. But while people may not like that, that's kind of what the true nature of magical girls they're supposed to be. Based on what Homura said with the wishes, because she basically said you don't want to regret it. It's best to have a wish that is going to ring true to you, that you alone uh, will enjoy. And with the whole familiar thing, because the familiar popped up and Kyoko basically stopped Sayaka from taking it down because she wanted it to upgrade into a witch. Because if they stopped it there, they would have never replenished their I still don't know if they said the name of it, so I don't want to say the name because the name is kind of a spoiler. I'll just call it the egg. I'll call it the egg. Um because the witches only can uh replenish that. So yeah, she's very selfish and I like that about her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't like her.
As suspected.
Yeah, I don't care for her all that much. I don't know. She's just. I mean, yeah, I get it. Gotta be selfish. Gotta be this. Gotta be that. I don't know. For me personally, it's. I don't know. She doesn't even really give the other person a chance. She's just like, I'm just gonna go ahead and kill you. You know. Let's. Well, I guess she did technically give her a chance. She's like, you're gonna be in the hospital for 3 months, but just she got back up because of her regeneration power or whatever, because of her wish or whatever. Almost kind of makes me think: if you were to wish somebody back from the dead, would you then become immortal? You know, that's just kind of what I was thinking. I'm rambling now. I don't like this person.
I guess I like Kyoko because it reminds me of Lancer from Fate. But if we take that out of the equation, it is a little confusing as to why she just wants to show up and kill everybody. I like her I like her the idea of her character. It's just this I don't know, this she's almost kind of no nonsense in some ways. She goes around and is eating food all the time and I don't know. She's just kind of cool. She just gives that cool kind of vibe to her, and I like those kinds of characters. Yeah, she's okay. I mean, I can deal with her. Although I'm not sure. I'm not sure where her character is going to be headed or how she's going to fit into this show. So I can't give final judgments on that yet. But Homura shows up, and does one of the most famous Madoka Magica memes, the L'Oreal,
The hair flip. Yeah, the hair flip.
which I
I
thought was
love it.
amazing. That is
I love it.
it's Homura's special move is an epic meme.
And it's funny, there's also a reason for that. There's also a reason why she does the hair flip thing.
Homura's awesome.
Yeah.
Before that, though, Homura shows up, and the first thing she says to Madoka is basically not to trust that damn rabbit. Kyubei is like, "Come on, wish, give me a goddamn wish." What if Kyubei is actually a witch? EA, thoughts? EA's dead.
I hate the rabbit. My lips are on fire.
Do you think that it's a possibility that Kyubei could be a witch, though?
I mean, the fact that he's so mysterious and we know nothing really about him, it's very possible.
Maybe that's his way of feeding on people and getting whatever he needs to get from them, is to give them this magical girl power, which maybe
He feeds off little girls.
yeah, he definitely feeds off little girls. Maybe that's his way of doing it. I'm not sure, but after around the second episode, probably actually really the first, I just don't like Kyubei. I don't trust this thing, rabbit cat hybrid monster. I don't know, but Kyubei is super mysterious. I just don't trust him.
He's secretly a woman.
He takes off what's behind the mask.
It's old man Jenkins.
Old man Jenkins. Oh, Long Johnson. So, any final thoughts on Madoka Magica episode 5?
I can't wait to see how it ends.
No,
because
sure.
you know it's going to be an epic fight.
An ending we won't be able to talk about.
Last thing I want to bring attention to is Kyoko, before she started a fight with Sayaka, was she wanted to find out more information, and Kyubei mentioned that there was another magical girl on the territorial course, referring to Homura, but he could not give any information on Homura. And just as a Kyubei is he may seem secretive, but he's also very open with information. As if you ask, he doesn't really reject to tell you or anything like that. So the fact that he doesn't know about Homura is very suspicious.
Definitely. I don't even know. God, did Homura become a magical girl on her own? I'm not even sure. Don't even know to begin where to think from there. I don't even know. But I think we've hit the end here of the podcast. That was short, probably boring for a lot of you. We'll be back next week with a normal episode. Probably be much funner than this one. Thanks everybody for watching the show. I appreciate it. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Johnny!